Ever seen a duck glide across the water, its emerald green head shimmering in the sunlight? That's the mallard duck, one of the most familiar and charming ducks on the planet. With their colorful plumage, cheerful quacks, and lively personalities, mallards bring life and laughter to ponds, lakes, and rivers across the world. But there's way more to these feathered friends than meets the eye. From their globe-trotting migrations to their quirky social habits, we're about to uncover what makes mallards some of nature's most fascinating aquatic birds. The mallard duck, also called Anas platyrhynchos, is truly a citizen of the world. They originally hail from the temperate regions of Europe, Asia, and North America, but over time, humans helped them spread just about everywhere, even parts of New Zealand and Australia. Wherever there's fresh water, you can bet mallards are nearby. They love calm environments like ponds, marshes, lakes, slow-moving rivers, and even city parks. They're surprisingly adaptable, happily living side by side with people, splashing in decorative fountains, or raising ducklings in backyard pools. And here's something cool. Mallards are what we call a dabbling duck. That means they feed mostly on the surface of the water, tipping their tails up in that adorable head-down pose to reach for plants and insects just below the surface. Their wide habitat range is one of the reasons they're the most widespread duck species in the world, and that's no exaggeration. You can find them from the icy lakes of Alaska to the canals of Amsterdam and even the rice fields of Japan. No matter where you go, there's a good chance a mallard is nearby, keeping watch, paddling peacefully, or giving that signature quack quack greeting. Let's talk about what makes a mallard instantly stand out. Those colors. Male mallards, called drakes, are absolute show-offs. They wear shimmering emerald green heads, a crisp white ring around the neck, and a rich chestnut brown chest that looks stunning in sunlight. Add that glossy yellow bill and curled tail feathers, and you've got one of nature's best dressed birds. Females, on the other hand, go for the subtle look, a soft mix of tan and chocolate brown feathers that blend perfectly with reeds and tall grasses. Their pattern may seem simple, but it's a masterclass in camouflage. It helps them stay hidden while nesting or keeping an eye on their ducklings. Now, you might be wondering, how many kinds of mallards are out there? Technically, there's one true species, the Anas platyrhynchos. But this duck has many cousins around the world that evolved from it. For example, the Mexican duck, the Hawaiian duck, and the American black duck are so closely related that scientists still debate whether they're separate species or regional variations of the mallard. And here's something fascinating. Mallards are champion hybridizers. They easily interbreed with other duck species, creating colorful hybrids you might spot in the wild, with unusual feather patterns or mixed traits. It's like nature's version of custom paint jobs. In terms of size, mallards are medium-sized ducks, about 20 to 26 inches long, with a wingspan up to 3 feet. Males usually weigh around 2.5 to 3 pounds, while females are a little lighter, so not too big, but definitely bold enough to make their presence known. Mallards may seem like your everyday pond ducks, but they're actually incredible travelers. Every year, when the weather starts to cool in the north, mallards join the grand sky parade of migrating waterfowl. They take off in graceful V-shaped formations, flying anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand miles to reach warmer regions. Their migration routes stretch across North America, Europe, and Asia. Some mallards from Canada might spend their winters as far south as Mexico, while others from Siberia can end up along the coasts of China. And here's what's really impressive. Mallards are strong flyers. They can cruise at speeds up to 55 miles per hour when migrating. They often travel at night, using the stars, landmarks, and even Earth's magnetic field to find their way. But not all mallards migrate. If they live in a region that stays mild all year, like the southern United States or Western Europe, they might stay put, enjoying their favorite lakes and parks year-round. When spring returns, the migrating flocks head back north, often to the same lakes and wetlands where they were born. It's that deep connection to home that makes mallards not just wanderers, but true navigators of the sky. Now let's talk about what keeps these busy ducks energized: food. Mallards aren't picky eaters. They're the buffet lovers of the bird world. They'll munch on a bit of everything, from aquatic plants and algae to small insects and even small crustaceans. They're known as dabbling ducks, which means they don't dive deep like some other waterfowl. Instead, they do that classic tail-up pose, head down, feet paddling, scooping up tasty morsels just below the water surface. It's funny to watch, but it's actually a very clever way to reach food without fully diving in. On land, mallards love to graze on seeds and grains. You'll often see them waddling around farm fields, scooping up leftovers after a harvest. In city parks, they've even learned to take advantage of human snacks, though it's best we let them stick to their natural diet. Their flexible diet is one of the reasons they've adapted so successfully to different habitats. From a quiet pond to a bustling urban fountain, if there's food to be found, the mallard knows exactly how to get it. If there's one thing everyone knows about ducks, it's that they quack, but here's a fun twist. Not all mallards do. The loud, classic quack quack that we all know actually comes almost entirely from the females. Males or drakes are much quieter. They make softer, raspier sounds, kind of a husky whistle or a low grunt. So if you hear that familiar cheerful quack echoing over the water, it's most likely a female mallard chatting with her friends, calling her ducklings, or letting a nearby drake know she's not impressed. Mallards are very social birds. You'll often see them in small groups called flocks, especially outside the breeding season. They communicate constantly, not just with sound, but with body language. A quick head bob might mean follow me, while wing flutters and tail shakes can signal excitement or contentment. They are also surprisingly playful. You might see them chasing each other across the water, splashing, or even playing a quick game of duck tag. And when it comes to flying, they love showing off, taking short, fast flights just for the thrill of it. In the social world of ducks, mallards are confident, curious, and full of character. They form loose friendships, travel together, and never seem to take life too seriously. A true lesson in enjoying the moment. When spring arrives, mallard ducks turn from social swimmers into hopeless romantics. Mating season begins in late winter or early spring, and you can spot drakes putting on quite a show. They bob their heads, splash, whistle, and flap their wings in synchronized displays, all to impress a female. It's like a floating dance competition right on the water. Once a pair forms, they usually stay together through the breeding season. The female then searches for a safe nesting spot, often hidden in tall grass near the water's edge. She lines her nest with soft grass and her own down feathers, creating a cozy little home for her eggs. A typical clutch has about 8 to 13 eggs, and she incubates them for roughly 4 weeks. During this time, the drake keeps his distance, while the female patiently guards her nest. And when those ducklings hatch, oh, it's pure magic. Within just a few hours, they're fluffy, alert, and ready to explore. They don't stay in the nest long. The mother gently calls to them, and one by one, the tiny ducklings waddle after her toward the water, sometimes jumping down from surprising heights without harm. For the next several weeks, she keeps them close, guiding them through feeding lessons and watching over them like a devoted parent. It's one of nature's sweetest sights, a proud mother mallard leading her fuzzy little parade across a pond. For such easygoing birds, mallards are built for adventure. Let's start with their lifespan. In the wild, most mallards live around 5 to 10 years, though a few lucky ones have been known to reach an impressive 20 years. And speaking of strong, these ducks can move. On the water, they paddle gracefully, but on land, they're surprisingly quick. They can run at speeds up to 8 miles per hour, using their short webbed feet like little springboards. Sure, it looks a bit wobbly, but don't let that fool you. They're incredibly agile when they need to be. Now take to the skies, and things get even more impressive. Mallards are strong, fast flyers, reaching speeds around 40 to 55 miles per hour. Their broad wings give them both power and control, making those quick takeoffs from water look effortless. One quick splash, a flap or two, and they're airborne. It's no wonder mallards are among the most athletic ducks on the planet. Alright, time for some fun facts that might just surprise you. Did you know that mallards are the ancestors of nearly every domestic duck on the planet? That's right. Most of the ducks you see on farms or in backyards trace their lineage straight back to the wild mallard. Another neat fact, mallards can sleep with one eye open. That's because half of their brain can rest while the other half stays alert for danger. Talk about multitasking. And here's one more for the record books. Mallards have been spotted flying at altitudes over 20,000 feet. That's nearly as high as some airplanes cruise. But maybe the most heartwarming fact of all, a mother mallard will sometimes adopt ducklings that are not her own, taking strays from other families. It's one more reason these ducks are not just beautiful, but full of heart. And there you have it, the wonderful world of mallard ducks. From their dazzling colors and lively personalities to their epic travels and heartwarming family life, mallards are truly one of nature's most charming creatures. Next time you spot one gliding across a pond or waddling through a park, take a moment to watch closely. You might see a playful splash, or even a mother leading her little parade of ducklings. Every movement tells a story of adaptability, intelligence, and a joyful approach to life. So keep an eye out for these feathered adventurers, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get a glimpse of something magical. Thanks for joining on this delightful dive into the world of mallards. Hit the like button and follow me on BearBunk so you don't miss our next animal adventure. Remember, the next time you hear a cheerful quack, it's not just noise, it's a little piece of nature saying hello. Stay curious, stay cheerful, and keep exploring the amazing wildlife around you.